Did you miss me? Ashley Love here from T2B TV, and joining me from behind the camera this evening, Bruce Nair, and welcome to the fourth race of the third series of the Annapolis Yacht Club Wednesday night races. We are starting with the Harbor 20 course, and in this course, Garth Hitchens, age 20, is leading by 1 point over Misty. Jim and Rachel's Meteor, they are sitting in 6th right now, but they have a DNC did not complete. Once they drop that, they could be in real contention. And our leader, as I mentioned before, Garth Hitchens, he started right near the pin, which was a great place to start for this left phase of the first beat. We'll see how he comes out on top. After a long port, Garth Hitchens is going to be tacking in front of...
He did tack in front of...
Ann Harrington, Queen Anne. And they look to be on ley line for this first mark. An outgoing tide in the Severn River is making this rounding very interesting. Are they going to be able to shoot that? Wow, that must have been millimeters. Impressive job. That's why they're in the lead. Moves like that.
Looks like he knows how to sail or something.
He just said that was close. This part of the waterfront is the place to be. The bigger boats with their spinnakers out in the bay, the breeze is dropping quickly, but there's still a bit of wind coming out the Severn. So Harbor 20s, you got the best of tonight.
And I heard a lot of clapping for Garth, not Mark Rounding, from the Peanut Gallery.
Yeah.
You and I being the only peanuts here, actually.
We all wish we could look that good doing it.
I think he's done that move before.
Busy on the ley line, Ken Stevens' Allegro is trying to find a spot on that starboard parade and finds it. Tight maneuvering. We've moved back out to the outer course. They had a downwind start with kites up, and Infectious Smile was the closest one to the committee boat, having a little trouble maybe deciding to put a jib up. The J30s are having their North Americans right here in Annapolis at the end of September. So there is no better practice than having lots of Wednesday night races to go out and practice your skills.
Even in this miserable condition.
Two class leaders passing in the evening. Stray Dog Charles Eng is leading Perf Zero by a hefty margin, and Stephen Catherine Bartleman's Valhalla in our J30 class is leading this race right now and the division by 6 points. It's a good thing race committee thought ahead. They shortened the J30 course, shorter than all of the rest of them, to only go around this next mark and right back into the Nun. Little trouble on the jib. They've got it under control though. They got plenty of time. It's a smooth, slow kind of night.
It's painful.
Yeah, they're going to be setting the kite for the second time tonight.
No rush. Be lucky if that flies.
Yeah, the wind did a 180 on their way out here. I wouldn't be surprised if it did it again on their way back into the Nun.
That's going to do a 720 and bury itself.
Yeah.
Actually, it already has. They're going to finish this race? It's compelling stuff.
Cannonball in second place.
Ragdoll, third.
Ragdoll coming in third. Still very tight racing. There were personal puffs out there.
Personal puff.
There were, and
Oh my God.
some of them found them and some of them didn't, but yet the whole division got here at the same time. Personal puff, oh, that's, maybe it's a laser thing.
Probably a personal puff. Perhaps.
Coming in with steam. And a great throw around the jib set. That was pretty. Ooh, as long as you don't, as long as you don't touch.
Aren't they touching? Let me take a close look. Wow.
Well, Bruce, Doug Wallop, and Ralph Riddle's Cannonball were second around that mark, and we're thinking that they're going to have to honor 4. They pushed it a little far, but in these breezes, I mean, the jibe angles are really shallow.
That's painful. So Ashley, they're facing the whole fleet here.
Yes, they are. They have room around this mark on everybody, but they're not making friends while they do it.
Well,
First row seat for the osprey nest again. It's like they're sitting on a hurdle, and this sprinting fleet has to take on all these obstacles. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The tide isn't helping them on that mark. They just squeak by. Well, we were just worried about having to honor 4 because the tide is ripping out on an already super low tide. Ramrod was leading Perf 1, their far 30 class in Perf 1.
Leading,
And they're aground. They're just they're putting out the bucket. They thought they were doing too well. So they're throwing out the bucket to slow down so the rest of the fleet can catch up, make it more interesting.
Need to run all the boys on the bow.
I'm gonna have to let that boom out. You know that trick where if you're worried about running aground, you follow somebody? I'm glad no one's following them right now.
They know where the shallow water is now.
I guess so. I guess a J120 draws a little less than a FAR 30.
How can you think of do that?
I think they made it off now.
Just barely. They can call for sea room there, that's for sure.
Sure. Can't drive back. Annapolitans surely come out for this race, but people who live in DC, Northern Virginia, Pennsylvania, they drive in every week. And this is why. All the boats getting mixed up together, everyone having a great experience out here. Seikadu in Perf 0 is doing very well in their class. J120, they got the big sails and the big kite, no problem.
And we have the woodwind sailing through the background.
Yes, they just had their start. They have a match race between the two of them every time, and Woodwind 2 is up on matches, but the dad is winning tonight, so he's going to even it up.
Oh, so daughter's got the lead.
Yeah, she does.
What's the score?
The score is, if I remember correctly, 7-5.
There's still time.
Time to jive for Bruce Breeding's Jaguar in the J30 class. A nice little southerly is building in from behind, so the boats in the back have an advantage now. In Perf 3, we have a commanding lead. J22 AYC number 4 has gotten a bullet every race this series, and Tyler is driving tonight. Their high school crew showing these adults they can hang with the best of them. Moving back to Perf 2, Chris Troxwell's Where E Goes Dare is a Trip 26. And Perf 2 is small but mighty. They're pretty close on points too.
They don't have their crew gear.
And to wrap up Perf 3, Frank Martin's Starbird at Contessa 33. It's their first time out this series. Crossing the line in style and with some handshakes. Time to crack a beer. Thanks everyone for watching this evening. We've been noticing that a lot of people around the world have been watching too, not just Annapolitans. Canadians, Brits, Italians, Japanese, French, you're all topping the list. And we see a lot of people from Norway and Israel. It's the same number every week. Is it the same people every week? Send me a message. I want to hear your favorite part of Wednesday Night Racing. For all you guys around the world, for Annapolis, for the Annapolis Yacht Club, the Boatyard Bar and Grill, thank you for joining me from behind the camera, Bruce and Aaron. I'm Ashley Love from T2P TV. We'll see you next week.